Old tweets, 11 reasons you want to see these proven tools. We're going to go over a lot of old tweets related content. And if you have a mobile device of any kind, it is given that you have several social media accounts in your bag, including Twitter, with some old tweets you may need to access. There are several social media tools that people with all ages are inclined with, but one of the most dealt applications or popular social media platform is Twitter. Let's say that you are already a person that is adept with Twitter and you now have spent various years and had interacted with many issues by tweeting about it. With a lot of issues or news that are on Twitter that you are interested in, you overlooked the other tweets. If you think that your tweets are old when they're more than a week out, then that's what it means to you. In general, they're going to be anything that doesn't really seem to be getting a lot of interest and traction at the present time. What you really need to know about old tweets is that they don't have to just fade into obscurity. Before you know it, you could actually be attracting even more attention and even more fans just based on things that you haven't looked at or thought about in years. A quick example, why old tweets can come back to haunt you. Some tweets with all that swear words are being searched by your boss or someone important in your life. It will not help you to resort to the context of that message, to that you were a different person, to that you have changed your mind, or that you were just talking to some brainless people. 12 reasons why old tweets are important. You may not think that those old posts really mean much of anything. One of the first things about old content that you might like is that you can see where you came from. You can take a look back at some of the old things that you posted and you can see how you started and how you have progressed. They want to see how you've evolved and changed throughout the years and how your business has continued to improve and expand as well. If you posted about important of major events, or if you had a personal account, you'll have an opportunity to see some of the important things that were happening in your past. You'll be able to look at things like family get-togethers and holidays. You'll also be able to look back on the issues that you may have talked about or major events, environmental disasters. Taking a look back at some of your old content can also help you to see more about what your audience likes and how your audience has changed over the years. That can give you a bit more information and insight into just what kind of content you should be posting about now, because that's what your audience likes. From there, you might be able to find out more about what the new audience would want compared to the old one, or what types of things got people engaged before. You also might find that people related well to the content the first time, and you might want to check out the kind of response that you can get the second time around. Even if you're not going to do anything with that content, you might still want to just take a look at it and see what's out there. Maybe you want to see some of those old pictures or old quotes or whatever it was you were posting about all those years, or even months, ago. While you're at it with the nostalgia, you can actually take a bit of time to enjoy those happy memories and even some of the not so happy ones. If they just start following you, or they're thinking about following you, they're probably going to take a closer look at some of the old things that you posted. They'll scroll through your feed and your profile, and they might find some of those old things. They might decide those things are really great, and they might decide to comment, share, or otherwise engage. If you really want to get people posting on something again, you don't necessarily have to repost it either. If you comment, add new hashtags, update something, or otherwise interact with the post, it will help your audience to see it again, and that's definitely going to make a big difference without you having to do much of anything else. If you look back on your old tweets and content and realize you've gotten away from your mission and your goal, it's time to reevaluate. Start talking about those old things again and make the changes to get back to where you wish you were all along. How to monitor your old tweets? If you're thinking about doing anything with that old content, you need to know how you can monitor it, right? Well, if you're just going back into your archives every so often to take a look, you are going to get there, but you're definitely going to be wasting a whole lot of time and energy. That means you could miss the gold mine of content that you have hidden away in the midst of some of your less important tweets. This service is a super simple one that allows you to track every tweet that you make. First, you can set up your tweets with specific tracking information so that when they get shared, commented on or anything else, you can see where they're going and just how much of a reach they're actually getting. With this service also, you'll be able to choose the hashtags and mentions that you want to follow. So, if they actually mention you when they post about your product or when they mention your product, you're going to have no problem tracking that information. You're seeing what they're talking about and how many people are going to see that information. Now, you absolutely can use Twitter itself to get some of the notifications that you're looking for. Twitter actually shows you notifications for any and all of your posts, so it's not just about the most recent things that you post either. You'll have the notifications that you can receive periodically, however often you want, and then you'll also be able to look at full reports of information that you've received. From there, it's going to be entirely up to you to decide what you want to do with the information and how you're going to use it to create more content. Searching your old tweets? Now, if you're looking for specific information and you know that you posted about it in the past, you may want to know about how you can actually search those old tweets. After all, you might want to look at some of the first tweets you made or at some of the specific ones. If you are not interested in just scrolling mindlessly through as many tweets as possible, you may want to take a closer look at specific things or times that you posted about a specific phrase or product. If you want to look at the posts you made on a certain date, you can set it up to search only your username and to look at posts that were made during that time frame. Now, you may want to search only a specific thing, such as a specific keyword or a specific person. If you don't have a lot of particulars about the content you want to look at, it's super easy to use Twitter's regular search feature to go through. If you want to search more advanced things, however, or you want to be able to include a range of different criteria and exclude some criteria as well, you may want to use the advanced function in order to get even more options to help you out. Making the most of your old tweets? When it comes down to it, there are all kinds of things that you can do with those old tweets and all different ways that you can enjoy them as well. You want them to just keep pulling people in and keep making great impacts for you with your followers and fans. Old tweets may not seem like they can really do much for you, especially on a platform that updates as frequently as Twitter, but they definitely can. But scrolling back is a tedious process for some people, and Twitter would limit your scrolling only to the 3,200 tweets that you have made. How about those year-old tweets? Well, don't be upset, because there is a way for you to look and admire at those centuries-old tweets that you have. Old tweets, your 6 steps to recover. So if you are planning on looking at those old tweets, we have 2 options for you. We built the Old Tweet tool to help users search, filter, and analyze all of the tweets in the account that they control. Make sure you are logged into Twitter. Log into the Old Tweet tool here. Specify the date range of your old tweets by changing the dates. Go to the settings, find account/content, click the request your archive button, wait for the email to be sent to you, up to 1 hour. Now, enjoy looking back at those old tweets of yours. Keep on tweeting. But there are times when it is necessary to look for someone's old tweets for other reasons. Alternatively to manually searching old tweets the hard, slow, and painful way as described above, we are going to show you a few tools that will automatically reach far back into the past and show you your aged posts on Twitter. Assuming you're looking for the fastest way to see old tweets, then a few of these free tools may suffice. If you need more advanced analysis, then it behooves you to look towards professional tools like Twilert. It allows you to perform actions on historical tweets like retweeting, deleting, or even commenting with a tweet response. Easily search through the massive data. It's hard to find what you're looking for with free tools. Here is a quick overview of some free and very cheap tools that may help you achieve one or two small features at a time. Snapbird is a tool far superior to the current Twitter search. It allows you to find old tweets and even some DMs. SocialSafe makes a backup of everything you have done on social networks, Twitter, Facebook, Google+. While on Twitter saves all the tweets, not just the last 3,200. Twiml Machine, it allows you to search for words in the last 3,200 tweets of a user. Backup My Tweets, it is tool to find your last 3,200 tweets. Unlike the others, allows you to convert them into a blog or receive your backup by email. Twissues, it allows you to back up all your tweets, search among the tweets you have sent and simultaneously control the trending topics of up to 3 different zones. My Tweets, it allows you to view your last 3,200 tweets in a single page. Backtweets, it allows you to search the last tweets with certain URLs, hashtag or Twitter users. The Archivist, it searches and analyzes the tweets you personally have sent on Twitter. TweetScan, it allows you to automatically download your last 1,000 tweets. But we cannot do it on Twitter, and there are many users who ask that the social network allow editing tweets for all the times in which we are equivalent. You can install it from the official Google Chrome browser store and it will allow you very useful things if you use Twitter often. The extension is installed and once it is ready you just need to click on the new button in the toolbar and log into your Twitter account to start using the different advantages and tools. If you realize that the tweet has a failure, you can change it if you do it in a maximum period of 15 seconds, as well as to delete messages on WhatsApp. Undoubtedly, something very useful, although we are still waiting for Twitter to decide to launch a new tool that allows, without any third-party app or extension, to edit everything when we make mistakes without needing to erase and rewrite. Twiml Machine is an old tool that is really simple for old tweets. It only allows you to search the past 3,200 tweets, so it may not be the most appropriate tool for professional use. With Twiml Machine, you will have to find a way to scrape or download the tweet data in order to do any analysis. With All My Tweets, you can hide replies, hide or delete retweets, and use a different username as options. It only returns the Twitter API limit of 3,200 historical tweets and should not be considered for professional use. It doesn't look like you can delete all tweets free with this app, it's just good for looking a list to see all old tweets. As you can see in the first image, Snapbird allows you to search a few things including going back further than the standard 10 days for insights about your friends' tweets, your DMs, and even the liked posts of a users that you specify. This is how Tweet Deleter is presented, an online service to search, find and delete several Twitter messages at the same time. Tweet Deleter allows you to mark 2 or more comments to delete them instantly. And, for the most radical, it is also possible to delete all the comments with the total elimination option. The search for comments can be by keyword, by type of comment, tweet, retweet or reply, by type of associated content, images, Instagram, YouTube, or by period of time. Tweet Deleter is free for the first 5 tweets and 5 searches. As additional options, it is possible not to eliminate fixed tweets or retweets. Delete Hub does not allow you to search old tweets for comments by keyword or content type, but in return it is totally free, at least in its beta period, fully functional. Twitter Archive Eraser. Thought to eliminate tweets, favorites and direct messages, Twitter Archive Eraser does not work online, you have to download it and run it on a Windows PC. It has an installable version and a portable version without installation, and after giving permission to access our Twitter account, we can upload our file of old comments or request them to Twitter. Then we can filter them by time period, keyword and select 2 or more to eliminate several tweets, favorites and DMs in one sitting. if you only want to delete old comments of a certain date. 4. Public relations and brand management.